Good morning, church, and welcome to the musings for Monday the 31st of July. Last week, we took a look at the Old Testament story of Abraham and his son Isaac, of how God told Abraham to offer up Isaac as a burnt sacrifice. And we came to understand that story as a story of trust. Trust in a God who keeps his promises, even when we don't see how those promises can possibly be kept. A God worthy of our trust. And when we read that story, we marvel at the great faith of Abraham. But how about the great faith of Isaac? His father says, "We're going up on the mountain to offer a sacrifice." But they had no lamb. They had wood, they had fire, but they had no lamb. At one point, Isaac even asks about that. He gets a very non-committal answer. God will provide the lamb, Abraham says. That's suspicious. Child sacrifice was not all that uncommon in Canaan at that time. And Isaac was no idiot. And then after the altar is built and the wood laid on it, Abraham comes with a rope to tie Isaac up and put him on the altar. Isaac is, 15, 16, 17? Abraham is 100 years older than that. Don't even try to tell me that the kid could not have run away. But he didn't. And do we honestly think that the old man could have tied him up if he had resisted? Of course not. But Isaac didn't resist. Why not? I suspect there were two reasons. First, don't you think that Isaac trusted God also? Isaac had a lifetime of watching his father interact with God, years of observing how God guided Abraham and blessed Abraham and kept his promises to Abraham. Isaac knew God too. Isaac had to know of God's promise that he would be the father of a great people. And Isaac trusted that promise, just like Abraham did. And secondly, Isaac also appears to have trusted his dad. It's one thing to trust God. It's another thing to trust Abraham. In some ways, that trust is even more remarkable because, after all, his father had not shown himself previously to be particularly worthy of trust. But it seems Isaac trusted both of his fathers, earthly and heavenly. And he faithfully, trustingly, willingly allowed himself to be laid on the altar. And that act leads me to what we will examine next time. God bless you all.